Memes can and will be made out of everything. They're all-encompassing and are so much more than just text, images, inside jokes, music, and hoaxes. Or are viral hoaxes fake news? In the world of Stan Twitter, they can be both. In Russell Frank's article, Caveat Lector, Fake News as Folklore, he talks about fake news and websites as digital folklore. He categorizes the generators, the cloners, the wishful thinkers, the citizen satirists, and the enablers. However, these hoaxes often start as an inside joke among fandom and Stan Twitter communities, nowadays at least. What is Stan Twitter, you may be asking? Well, it's a part of Twitter that most people try to actively avoid. Known for their ruthless dragging and drama, users fighting tooth and nail to do anything for their faves. It is also a community known for its memes and is somewhat viewed ambivalently by Twitter and internet users at large. Joe Regrets is a YouTube channel that makes videos about Stan Twitter and Stan Twitter history. He has numerous video essays explaining Stan Twitter drama and, more importantly, viral hoaxes. I will be using his videos as the source for this video. The Stan Twitter hoaxes or cases of fake news from Stan Twitter that I will be discussing are the hashtag Free Dorothy hoax about the Stan Twitter user who tweeted from a smart fridge, hashtag Shallowbucks, a scam that changed the way that fans promote their favorite artists online, and the Korean billionaire lesbian couple K-pop Twitter hoax that tricked locals into making 2 Luna members go viral. Hashtag Free Dorothy. The first story, Free Dorothy, is a story of an Ariana Grande stan who got grounded and tweeted from various devices as her mom took away more and more of her technology. The devices she tweeted from include her Wii U, 3DS, and an LG smart fridge. This tweet went viral, promoting news articles and even a tweet from LG company themselves. Everyone believed that this teenage girl had actually managed to tweet from her fridge. But it was all hoax. She falsified the tweeted from part of the tweet with some simple coding. It's not actually possible to tweet from a smart fridge. The revelation of the hoax also spurred media attention, and she was even interviewed by news outlets. The situation is now cemented as a part of Twitter history and is an important part of Stan Twitter folklore, being referenced and talked about still to this day. This type of fake news that starts as memes often start as posts on Twitter that go viral and get picked up by actual news sources, not realizing that the news in question is a hoax. This fits into the enabler category described in Frank's article. That is, news outlets picking up fake news and sharing them like real news because they didn't fact check. Shallowbucks. Hashtag Shallowbucks was a scam that shifted the entire culture of Stan Twitter. Like, it is an actual cultural reset. A Lady Gaga fan made a fake Starbucks promotion called Shallowbucks that promised 1 free drink if you show the barista that you had streamed the song Shallow by Lady Gaga. The amount of people who believed the promotion was true was like actually insane. And Starbucks desperately tried to denounce the scam, but it was too late. Starbucks baristas had people coming in daily to redeem their free drink or listening to the song, and a bunch of locals would post on Twitter, "Hey, I listened to this song, where's my free drink?" Things like that. And in the end, the song Shallow did reach #1 in the charts, which was the goal of the fan. So Stan Twitter users started realizing that creating fake Starbucks promotions, or just fake promotions in general, was a fail-proof way to get people to stream their favorite artist songs. The same user who made the Shallowbucks promotion would go on to create an Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, Rain on Me free Nintendo Switch promotion. Lots of people followed the Starbucks promotion. One person did a fake Lord promotion where you would get onion rings at Burger King, lots of stuff. This piece of Stan Twitter history, because of how much of just a cultural reset it was, literally nobody had done this before, And then all of a sudden everybody started doing it. It's such an important part of like Stan Twitter culture and folklore. And most people on Stan Twitter would call it a cultural reset. The cloner category in Frank's article describes fake news that attempts to trick people into believing that it comes from a real news outlet, copying the design of the webpage of the original outlet. The Shallowbucks fake promotion used Starbucks, so not necessarily an actual news outlet, but I think it fits because their ad used Starbucks branding and aesthetics to make people really believe that it was a real Starbucks promotion. Thus, I believe that it would fall into this category because although not fake news in the traditional sense, it became news among people. And I think there's really nowhere else to put fake promotions, but I think it would fall into the fake news category under the cloner category. Lesbian billionaire couple. The lesbian billionaire couple K-pop hoax is an example of citizen satire mentioned in Frank's article. Twitter user and fellow Orbit, which is what Luna stands are called, Chaotic by OEC, posted a video of members Chu and Eve from the Korean girl group Luna walking and holding hands with the caption, "Breaking. Lesbian billionaire couple marries, yada, 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 net worth largest in the world." It quickly became viral, fooling locals and even some celebrities into believing the hoax. And I will show examples up here. By the way, locals are the term for non-Stan Twitter users. So in the words of Joe Regrets, those who have yet to be doxxed by a barb. Despite the original poster adding a response within like 24 hours to her tweet saying, "Hey, this is not real. These are members of the girl group Luna. You should stand them and listen to their music. You won't regret it." It was too late. And the story quickly took on a life of its own before news outlets started to shut down false information with like expose stories. One Washington Post article even said that the event should influence more people to get into K-pop so that they wouldn't be fooled like by another hoax like this again. Great reasoning, if I do say so myself. Hoaxes such as these became common, with different girl group fans making new posts for members of their favorite groups. There was a Blackpink one that obviously flopped because like everyone knows who Blackpink is. You can't trick people like that. But it cemented the lesbian billionaire marriage K-pop hoax into the history of Stan Twitter and K-pop Stan Twitter. This hoax falls under the citizen satire category from Frank's article. Although Chaotic by OEC, the original poster of the hoax, explained that it was fake, people still believed it anyways. Conclusion. Stan Twitter is such an interesting community. Despite being made up of fans by like these massive global artists like Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, Nicki Minaj, K-pop just in general, despite being made up by the millions and millions of fans of those artists, the community is viewed by locals, non-Stan Twitter users, as this like strange, unapproachable environment that are like somehow everywhere, but like you never want to get involved with them. Therefore, the inside jokes and hoaxes are often believed to be true by those outside because they just don't understand how Stan Twitter works. They just don't understand like this stuff happens daily. Literally just the other day, I saw a tweet of somebody put a clip or somebody faked captions of a Brazilian soccer player doing an interview saying that like the reason why they wanted to beat Korea was because they wanted to support Chu from Luna and like stuff like that. And some people in the comments who weren't a part of Stan Twitter genuinely believed it because they're not used to those sort of things. They're just not used to people lying on the internet for fun. They don't view the internet in this sort of like negative, like apathetic way that people on Stan Twitter do, where it's like, don't believe anything until you can find out it's true for yourself. I hope this video will illustrate how Stan Twitter and their memes contribute to the spreading of fake news. Although I do not always think that it's a bad thing. In fact, like, spreading misinformation is literally its own meme on Stan Twitter. And I just think it's genuinely funny because most of the stuff they're spreading is harmless, like tweeting from a fridge, saying that two like fake lesbians became the most famous couple of all time, richest couple of all time. I personally think they're generally harmless, and I think they're hilarious. And I hope this video helps illustrate how jokes by one group of people can be perceived as true by others, and how that plays out in Twitter and Stan Twitter versus everybody else.